the most important wave count that we have today that isn't questioned, that not a lot of investors or traders are even focused on. Why? Because when people think wave counts, they think of the economic cycle, the business cycle, which is 5 to 7 years, give or take. But one of the most important, I would say, buzzwords, one of the most important song and dances that every financial steward has used to to um, to gather assets over the last decade was the buzzword or the magical 3 words secular bull market, right? I mean, if you look at, I remember 2011, I was part of a team that actually created this deck, this PowerPoint deck, and we roadshowed pretty much every UITF mutual fund saying that going against the grain, 2011, everyone was calling the PSEI index a head and shoulders. And we were the ones that actually went to all mutual funds, UITFs, and said, no, this is a secular bull market. And the minimum target for this secular bull market is 9,000 to 10,000, right? So I was a fundamental, I was lost back then using fundamentals, which means that the point I want to make is that the secular bull market is a phrase or a magical phrase that every pretty much Tom, Dick, and Harry financial advisor, Tito, Vic, and Joey has used to gather assets for mutual funds, UITFs. And the point I want to make is that I was 2010, 2011, right? So I was somewhere here. And now we're actually at a part in a trend where the question is whether or not we're in a secular bull market or not. The question people should be asking now is that secular bull market already priced into the cake? Is that already priced into the trend, or is that already baked into the cake, right? And one of the ways that we use to answer the question, kung kasado na ba siya, kung is it baked into the cake, or kung papasok ba sa secular bull market, kung huli ka na ba sa pansitan, di ba? One of the ways that we use to answer the question is through our wave count and through price. If I'm going to take you through the wave count from the secular bull market that started in 2003. Oh, so you'll see here that we have a wave 1 over here, and then you have your wave 2 correction over here, which was a correction in price, or in Elliot terms, what is known as a zigzag. And then we have here a wave 3, which is the extended wave, which means that an extended wave means it is its own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means if you just follow my cursor over here, it's a 1, you have a 2, and then a 3, and then a 4, and then a 5 to complete wave 3 of the secular bull market. And then you have a, let's zoom in over here, which is, this is a wave 4. This is a wave 4, which is a sideways type of profit taking. And then what appeared to be a run-up that would last or bring it to 9,700, 10,000. In Elliot terms, this is what we would call a semi-truncated fifth wave, which means that it was a fifth wave that was cut short. Why? And that was confirmed when prices broke below this base over here. Broke below this horizontal line over here, which means that this is your 4 and this is your 5 of your secular bull market, right? So that's your 5 over there. And then what would appear, this is your wave A, and then this is your B, sorry, this is your A, this is your B, and then I'm not saying it is, but if prices break down, then that is already your confirmation we could have a wave C going down. And since this is a correction inside a secular bull market, since this is an ABC in a secular time frame, meaning a 15 to 25 year time frame, any ABC, whether it's a correction or a flat, can be bounded by RDCS, right? And that was really the basis for really the I love you 6,000 call. Why? Because not only did you have a minimum target here, But if you actually look at the bottom of the DCS, you will see the bottom of the channel traverse between the 6.3 to the 5,900 area.